Happy New Year, everyone. The theme here, and I'm here to give my Raw review / report for January 2nd, 2017. 2017. Well, look, as far as WWE goes, they need to do a lot better than what they did in 2016 as far as who's champion and who is out on top, who comes out on top throughout the year, because last year, yeah, there were a lot of ups, but there were a lot of downs too, and it's just like, it's just this. I'll go through a major downer later because there's a couple of things about this show that really, really pisses me off. But the show starts with Mick Foley being in the ring, talking about New Year's resolutions, and he has a new haircut, and he's talking about, yeah, he has to write the name down of the city that he's in so he won't botch it again. Come on. So, can you teach Lana to do that too? Because she's botched a couple of times as far as the cities that she's been in. I remember R-Truth botching. I remember, yeah. Hasn't even the New Day has botched the city that they're in. Oh, anyway. So, making fun of, the shark cage that Chris Jericho is going to be suspended high above the ring at the Royal Rumble. It's kind of fucked up if you ask me, but it's just to see that he doesn't interfere in the fucking match between Kevin Owens and fucking Roman Reigns. Cue Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, and they come to the ring and they make fun of Foley's haircut, talks about him having abuse of power, and it's like, oh, come on. Talk about Reigns, they talk about Rollins as far as what happened last week, and yeah, it's just that, listen, of course, I like Kevin Owens, I like Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins is cool, but Roman Reigns just being at the pinnacle of everything is the part that pisses me off the most. Stephanie McMahon comes out there. Oh, okay, wait. Before that, yeah, Jericho refers to himself as a sexy pinata when he's going to be suspended up. And it's going to be the Cage of Jericho. Cage of Jericho. Lock him in, man. Even with all that, and even with the terrified look that he had on his face, they tried to make it a mockery or a comedy or anything like that, and it just didn't quite work. But Mick Foley has a treat. For the first time ever, you're going to see the Kevin Owens Show. And then his first guest ever will be Goldberg. So that's going to take place at the end of the show, and there's going to be confrontations there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Look, come on now. We're not fucking stupid. We're not. Anyway, cue Stephanie McMahon and saying that, okay, yeah, there's no abuse of power here with Mick Foley. Yeah, right. And then a little bickering with Stephanie and Mick happens as far as, you didn't get my approval for this. You didn't get my approval for this. And it's like, come on. And Kevin Owens is like, okay, look, who cares? And yeah. Stephanie, and this is the part that kind of stuck to me. Stephanie is pissed that SmackDown beat Raw in ratings last week. Okay, you had Monday Night Raw, which was mediocre at best, and then you have SmackDown with 3 championship matches that did pretty well. 3 of them. Okay? Yeah. And SmackDown was more entertaining than Raw last week because you barely saw The Miz. Seriously. He wasn't in the ring. He got his ass whipped backstage. He was being a bitch as usual. But anyway. Stephanie's upset that SmackDown beat Raw in ratings for the very first time. So, yes, she makes 2 matches and basically it's all about ratings tonight. So, the first match that she makes is Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns for the United States Championship. And if Roman Reigns gets counted out or disqualified, he loses the title. Alrighty. But in order for either Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens to either interfere or not, she makes the following match: Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, and whoever wins can be at ringside for the United States Championship match, and whoever loses is barred from ringside. Okay, fine. So they start up that match with Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, and a pretty back and forth match to say the least. But Kevin Owens gets himself disqualified by using the ring bell. Ugh. So now he can't be at ringside for the United States Championship match, which is kind of... I mean, come on. You couldn't think of a better way to do it. Even a double disqualification would have been nice, because that would have made more sense. But to use the ring bell and actually complain that you disqualified me, what the fuck, man? You used the fucking ring bell. Of course you get disqualified. Anyway, that's just, God. Rollins wins by DQ. Cesaro in singles competition against Carl Anderson. Alright, fine. Yeah. Sheamus is on commentary for a time being, while Gallows is looming around the ring. And I'm going to tell you, look, I understand Cesaro losing the match, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you're going to try to give Anderson and Gallows their due now, since the New Day coughed it up against Cesaro and Sheamus, a more formidable team as far as what they can do if they were on the same page. And it looks like that Cesaro and Sheamus are on the same page to a point. Even on commentary, Sheamus was giving Cesaro props. But the match came to an end when Carl Anderson gets on... Okay, a superplex was about to be done. And Gallows gets on the apron. Sheamus pulls him down. And the ropes get shaken. And that's when Cesaro gets shaken from the top rope and then gets hung. Falls off. And then you get a fucking... Oh, God. Okay, yeah. You get a flying neck breaker off the top rope. Well, Cesaro was on the ground. Anderson comes from the top rope. Reverse neck breaker. And pins Cesaro. Okay. Fine. They're trying to do the divide and conquer thing. What? Is Gallows going to face Sheamus next week and then the same shit's going to happen? Or Sheamus going to be victorious and it's going to be a one-on-one type of thing? You know. It's just that... Damn it. Cesaro should be world champion by now. It's just as simple as that. Tag team championships, you know, I'm still not fond of those fucking belts. I'm just not. They should be gold. That's just my opinion. But anyway, moving on to Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman in the last man standing match. So, Strowman finally gets his hands on Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn does a pretty valiant effort with weapons and stuff like that. But that was the only time that he really had a chance. And as far as I know, as far as I look, you know, Strowman was only knocked off his three feet 3 times. And it's like, yeah. But Sami Zayn, always on the ground, always getting battered, always getting bruised, always getting beaten down, always getting thrown and stuff like that. They're trying to overhype Strowman as this big monster. And they're trying to devalue Sami Zayn from his worth in that when he was in NXT, which I don't understand. If you're going to try to have Sami Zayn as a top contender for any fucking singles championship on the WWE roster, you need to stop doing this. You need to stop. Look, you have to have him look like he has a fucking chance or to stand up against anybody on his own 2 feet without any help, without Mick Foley coming out, without any assistance from referees, anything like that, okay? You must have that. You must have him put Braun Strowman on his ass, at least for a segment, and, you know, but that didn't happen here. Of course, Braun Strowman wins the last man standing match. Whoop did he do? You know, that basically just fucks up Sami Zayn. And yeah, it's goodness. Sami Zayn, man. Damn, is he ever going to get a singles title? And if he does, are we going to take him seriously as champion? I mean, he has the talent, but they just don't want to up his value for some fucking reason. Damn shame, really. So, after the match, he goes on a stretcher, and Braun Strowman pushes him off the stretcher and puts him through the fucking ring barrier, and it's like, yeah, trying to establish that you're this hardcore monster. It's not growing on me. It's just not. Braun Strowman, raw! And yeah, he still reminds me of Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. He just does. Anyway, the New Day comes out with their New Year's resolution. And, of course, they will be in a Royal Rumble. All three of them. Which neither of them are going to fucking win. And then, Titus O'Neil. No. Titus O'Neil wants to be a new member of the fucking New Day. And calls Xavier Woods the weakest member of the New Day. Which, that's kind of, true. But, they have a match. Xavier versus Titus O'Neil. They need the Titus brand. Titus O'Neil even did their fucking intro on the fucking microphone. And did twerking in the ring and talking about he had rhythm and with the whistle doing New Day rocks on the whistle. And it's like, oh, God, please end this. The match was short and sweet. And in the weakest roll-up sunset flip ever, besides The Miz doing all of his shit, Xavier wins the match. No interference from any other part of the New Day. What? Come on. I guess this is Titus's punishment still. He had his 90-day suspension and now he's still being punished. But I don't get it. You have him still being punished and certain other superstars being punished for their actions. And Roman Reigns violates the wellness policy and he's United States champion right now. I don't understand how that fucking works. I just don't. So, you get Bayley and Stephanie in the backstage segment. Yeah. Bayley is like, I understand. Okay, but have the victory expunged from last week because because the shoulder was up and all that. But you have Dana Brooke be the referee, and Stephanie was like, yeah, it was part of the lawyers, and yeah, you're just Bayley. Charlotte is she was born in the business, she's a big star and stuff like that, and Bayley, you're just Bayley, and Bayley is like, yeah. Bayley is just Bayley. It's the way I like it. Hey, it's the way I like it. Seriously. Bayley. Oh, and there will be a number one contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley versus Nia Jax. Fun, huh? Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. But before that, Cedric was walking backstage with Alicia Fox. Has he won a match ever since he got with her? I don't know. And then, look, Noam Dar, he tries to apologize. And, of course, that apology didn't go anywhere. He still is flirting with Alicia Fox. But anyway, the match between Cedric and Drew, and it's like, all right. Cedric loses. Alicia tried to stop interference, and Drew Gulak ends up rolling up Cedric Alexander, pulling the tights. 1, 2, 3. Has Cedric won a match ever since he got with Alicia? Well, against Noam Dar, maybe. But other than that, he's just been nothing. He can't even show off anymore. He can't even fucking wrestle. He needed... Yeah, it's just... It's a damn shame, really. It is. So, you have Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns. Throughout this match, I'm just thinking, I'm like, look, you need to take this belt off Roman Reigns sooner rather than later. However, I want them to keep the belt on Roman Reigns throughout the Royal Rumble. I don't think that WWE is going to make him a double champion. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, during all this, Jericho was being Jericho. And he was just trying to win the match by any means necessary. Even trying to undo the top turnbuckle so the steel will be exposed. But Jericho tries to pull an Eddie Guerrero, bringing the United States Championship belt in the ring, tossing it to Roman Reigns, and then falling on the ground. Now, the referee sees that, And the referee should have rang the fucking bell. Now, this is the part that pisses me off. Just about anybody else. If just about anybody else was in this fucking position, they would have run the fucking bell and awarded the fucking match to the person on the fucking ground. Championship would have changed hands. Seriously. You're giving Roman Reigns way too much here. You're giving him too much credit. You're giving him too much airtime. You're giving him too much fucking leeway. Fans are sick of it. Look, again, I can understand having some contempt for your audience, but this is just way too fucking much, and this is way too sickening for me. Now, to all you fans out there, you have to understand what I'm about to say. In order for WWE to change anything, you just can't go online to various websites, to various wrestling websites, and do any bitching or anything like that. You have to cut cold turkey. I've cut cold turkey before, and I've been a wrestling fan ever since I was 2 years old, okay? I've cut cold turkey. When I heard that, I didn't even watch the show where The Miz got the championship. A homeboy told me about it that lives on the East Coast. He told me about that, and I was like, yep, not watching anymore. Can't do it for a while. I had to make a statement, because I'm like, why am I going to totally be embedded in some shit that I just don't fucking like? I don't like your fucking champion. It will get to that point where Roman Reigns and me, sooner rather than later, especially if they make him a dual champion. I will cut cold turkey for a while, because it will be ridiculous to me. But the only way that WWE is going to listen to anything that you complain about, and as far as saying, I don't like this shit, is not by going to the shows and booing. They already got your fucking money when you're doing that. You're subscribed to the fucking WWE network. Once again, they already got your fucking money. You got to hit them in their wallet. It's as simple as that. They stop making money off you. They stop making a profit. They stop making... If they stop looking prestigious, then guess what? They're going to have to get more creative and change their act in order to get the fans back, in order to keep going, and so on and so forth. If Roman Reigns becomes a double fucking champion, I will be that upset. That I will just be like, can't watch for a while. I will get my updates, yeah, but I will not watch the show. I will not give them ratings. I will not... No, I just won't fucking do that. Plain and simple. Jericho should have walked out of this match as champion. As United States. That's the only fucking title he's never won. And he didn't. The match continues. Head on exposed turnbuckle. Spear, and that was it. Come on. No. Just, fuck that, alright? Fuck you, WWE, for not letting Jericho win this championship. So TJ Perkins goes against the Brian Kendrick. Okay. Pretty back and forth, entertaining match. Even though at the beginning, Brian Kendrick extended his hand for a handshake, and TJ Perkins wasn't having it. Brian Kendrick taps out. Fine. Neville watching in the back, and so on and so forth. So I guess the Brian Kendrick is the irrelevant one now. He just lost the cruiserweight belt, and now he's just, out. Just out. After all of that storyline about getting the belt and him needing it and so on, now he doesn't even fucking have it, and now he's not even relevant. Go figure. That's just a damn shame. Speaking of a damn shame, Enzo and Cass. Enzo is in a fucking wheelchair, and now he has a real fucking injury. So, one thing I did like about this, their intro was short and sweet. Enzo and Cass's intro was short and sweet for a change. I just don't like it when they go on and on and on with their intro. I don't like that. Because it's like, okay, look, just get to the punchline. Get to the one word that describes you. Get to that. And they did. So it was a handicap match against Jinder Mahal and Rusev. Oh, God. Yeah, it was a handicap match, so Jinder Mahal and Rusev actually win. At least Rusev found a partner. But how long is this shit gonna last? Please end this as soon as fucking humanly possible. Because Rusev should be in singles competition. He should be going for the United States Championship. It's something else. Jinder Mahal is not even going to be taken seriously. And how can we take Enzo seriously now since he got his ass whooped, and whooped again? He's only there for a comedy measure now. And his skills on the microphone, bada boom, couple of haters, how you doing? That's all he's there for now, it seems that. I mean, if they're not going to give them the tag team championships, then fuck. He's just the mouthpiece now. And for backstage comedy and for backstage and in-ring ass whooping. Speaking of ass whooping, Nia Jax goes against Bayley. And whoever won this match, we're going to be the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Okay. Charlotte was on commentary, giving her opinions on who she would rather face, but she's saying that she's the queen of pay-per-views. So no matter who she faces at the Royal Rumble, it's not going to matter. She's going to win anyway. But during the match, of course, Bayley is getting dominated by Nia Jax, and that's to be expected. But Nia Jax gets on the fucking middle rope and about to maybe do a splash or leg drop. Cue Sasha Banks' music. A little distraction. Sasha didn't interfere. She distracted her. Bayley goes on the middle rope. Bayley the belly for the middle rope. And she actually beats Nia Jax to become the #1 contender. Congratulations, Bayley. Not sure if it's going to do any good. I'm not sure if it's going to be even better than Sasha versus Charlotte. But I hope it at least is equal, or maybe it will be better. Who knows? But I hope it's a good fucking match. One-on-one. That's just, but damn well someone's going to come out like Dana Brooke at the Royal Rumble. But anyway. Yeah, Bayley. It's just Bayley, and that's the way we like it. Kevin Owens. The Kevin Owens Show. Now, the funniest thing about the Kevin Owens Show, the first ever edition of the Kevin Owens Show, is that, he was like, my first guest. First of all, they had a dude standing with a sign that said Kevin Owens Show pasted on it. It was a real guy standing there with that sign on it, and that was kind of funny. They had like a little old ass beach chair as the guest chair with the microphone on it, which was also pretty funny. But Kevin Owens said that, my first guest, he's, he ruled the Attitude Era, and it ends up being his first guest, Chris Jericho. And he's like, all right, you cheer Goldberg? Who do you think? You cheer Goldberg instead of me? You know what happens when you cheer Goldberg? You just make the list. Tampa makes the list. Okay, enough comedy. So, Goldberg comes out and he's like, gets nose to nose. He's like, all right, part of the Royal Rumble. Yeah. So, and Jericho's part of the Royal Rumble now. Even though they brought up the scenario of him facing Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship if Kevin Owens wins, but can't he also choose to face the WWE Championship? But anyway, Jericho's like, since you're going to be in the Rumble, you're first. So, Goldberg. I hope Goldberg doesn't win this fucking Royal Rumble. And part of that scenario is, I hope fucking Roman Reigns doesn't win the WWE Universal Championship. Goldberg versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Come on. Don't fucking do that to us. No. Especially if Roman Reigns is going to be a dual champion? No. Please. Paul Heyman comes out and says that Brock Lesnar isn't here, but Brock Lesnar is, but Goldberg, Goldberg interrupts Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman was like, everybody's going to be a victim. Brock Lesnar, everyone's going to be eliminated, and Goldberg was like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm going to take care of I'm going to take care of him. Q and Goldberg even said, whether it's you or Roman Reigns, WrestleMania, they're next. Cue Roman Reigns. Stay off the fucking microphone, Roman. Just go in there and whoop some ass or whatever. That's just the way it should be with you. You're established as a juggernaut. You're The Rock's cousin, but that's just as far as that fucking bloodline goes. You don't have his talent. Sorry. You don't have his mic skills, obviously. He gets nose to nose with Goldberg, and then Braun Strowman comes out. And he's an entrant in the Royal Rumble. So it's like, oh God. Anyway, Braun Strowman gets in the ring, and Goldberg and Roman Reigns look at each other, and then next thing you know, they deliver a double fucking spear. And Goldberg finishes the show in the ring. What did you think about this Raw? What do you think about the show? What do you think about the possibility of Roman Reigns versus Goldberg at WrestleMania? If that happens, this will be the third fucking WrestleMania in a row that Roman Reigns has competed in the main event. What if that fucking happens? There was no Seth Rollins in sight. Seth Rollins didn't even come down the ringside during the Roman Reigns-Chris Jericho match, even though he could have. That didn't even fucking happen. It would have been very good if Roman Reigns would have been costed the championship by Seth Rollins, but anyway, there was no Seth Rollins to be in sight. Royal Rumble, you got Brock, you have Goldberg, now you have Braun Strowman and Jericho, the New Day. It's like, come on. I don't know. I just don't know. This is just... I fear for this WrestleMania if Roman goes in as champion. I really do. It just... Or if Goldberg wins the Royal Rumble. No. Just no. Drop kicks, spike slams, throw motherfuckers over top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.